good evening, and welcome to Dark Sayings Live, Midnight Mystery Sessions, Echoes from the Abyss. I'm Pete, your humble master of mysteries and antiquary of the arcane, and also the weirdest man alive. We're drawing you into the depths where the ordinary phrase and the extraordinary stirs. This channel is a gateway to conspiracies and paranormal events, extraterrestrial encounters and occult lore, religious riddles, and historical enigmas, places where fact and shadow intertwine, inviting us to question the veil between worlds. Tonight, as the clock tolls midnight, we plunge into 5 fresh enigmas that pulse with urgency and ancient resonance. A gliding manta-ray cryptid haunting North Carolina skies, a venomous meteorite birthing tentacles in Panama, the enigmatic Buga spheres whispering secrets in Colombia, threads linking UFOs to forgotten civilizations, and the interstellar whispers of Comet 3I Atlas. For the next 45 minutes, we'll walk these paths together, feeling the chill of the unknown on our skin, and then open up the floor for a 10-minute Q&A. So settle in, fire up that live chat, and let's listen to the echoes. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and step into the abyss with us tonight. All right, so something's wrong with Instagram. It's not working. We're going to shut that down. Instagram not cooperating, folks. At the last minute, it just was over there. It's not happening. Not happening. I don't know what to do to fix it at the moment. So we are going to, we're just going to roll with punches, I guess. We're going to roll with punches. Okay. Everything coming through loud and clear. I'm going to check the chat here. I can't see a dang thing because I took my glasses off being dramatic. Yeah. Feeling silly tonight, folks. I'm glad to see so many of you tuning in. Yes, Tina, yes, the weirdest man alive. Everybody, Tina Tomazuski, our live chat moderator. Tina's been a long time contributor to the community, and we thank you very much for you being here tonight, Tina, and helping out with the chat. Sales, Guru Augie hanging out, Jonathan. What's going on, man? How you been? Jonathan Rodriguez. How do you do? Dash, fat bastard. Holy smokes, I ain't seen that name in a long time. What's going on, Dash? Good to see you, man. Joel Phelan, RR. How you all been? Good to see you. Got a couple people just pouring on in. Glad to see you all. Yeah, it's been a minute. I had to switch things up last week. I was a little under the weather. It was my birthday and all kinds of stuff was going on. So we're back on track this week. So I appreciate you tuning on in. You're going to get a little 5 minutes of BS from me while we let people kind of stroll on in. And then we'll get into our stories tonight. Now, generally with these shows, I've been tackling some more long-standing topics. But tonight I said, you know what? There's so much going on currently that I need to address this. I need to speak on it. I'll tell you, I don't know if you've been abuzz with speculation the way I have regarding the Comet 3I Atlas, but I'm hearing rumors. And you know what? Shout out to Christina Gomez. She did a story last week, turned me on to this. The C-2025 R2 Swan object, believed to be another interstellar visitor to our solar system. Expected arrival approximately coinciding with the arrival of 3I Atlas. But we'll get into all that later. We're going to save the best for last. But we got some interesting stuff to get into tonight. Tease a little bit at the top. And, that's what we do here. That's what we do. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. I think this is our last Saturday of the month today. Does look to be. This is the last time we get together in September 2025. Been an interesting year for me, folks. And, a lot of life changes. But, we adapt, we evolve, we get through. And I'm just happy to be back on this journey with you guys here, creating this kind of content, revisiting these kind of mysteries. I don't know if many of you are familiar. I've started doing pretty regular daily shorts. And the idea was to address a spreadsheet I've been creating for many years now, where I have over 500 topics. There were just too scant on information to provide a solid prepared video for. So I've been leaning into the shorts for some of these topics to, kind of get the channel back out there and provide steady content. Now, I do want to apologize. I missed a few days this week, predominantly because of my work schedule and my being under the weather. But we are back on track. I do have some filmed and ready to go. Just need to do a little editing, get some artwork together. But we're going to get there. So look forward to something new. If not tomorrow, definitely Monday. Anyway, again, let me just dip into the chat one more time. And you know how we do it. We're going to hit our 5 topics. In between, we'll do a little Q&A there, see what you guys think about these different subjects. And the last 10 minutes we'll devote to just chatting it out and seeing what everybody thinks about the evening. There's a lot of speculation for this one. And like I say with every show, if you have a question directly for me, if your chat is directed at me specifically, I'm not one of these guys. I'm not going to make you super chat me to get my attention. See, Ginger Viking Jesus did it right. Tina's got it up there too. I see an @dark sayings in your comment. So it draws my attention to it because it highlights my name. Ginger says, I don't know about that. We'll get into that. And all kinds of other fun things. So yes, Guru Augie's doing it as well. If you need to get me directly at my attention, I will be paying attention to those highlighted screen names in the chat. So, just for your reference. All right, let's get into it tonight without any further jibber jabber. It's time for a story. I like to be very descriptive. Okay. So let's get into it. Topic number 1. The manta-ray cryptid over North Carolina, a phantom glider, or a sky beast. So I want you to imagine that it's a crisp September evening in Gastonia, North Carolina. The air is still and heavy, and twilight hushes on in. You're driving down a quiet highway when a shape unfolds above, vast, translucent wings undulating like a liquid shadow. A manta-ray slicing through the clouds. This recent sighting has gripped imaginations. A cryptid defying gravity, silent and spectral. What is a harbinger from another realm or a trick of the gathering dark? Let's chase it across the skies. So you're gripping the wheel tighter now, eyes locked on Highway 210 near Black River as this ethereal form glides into view. 10 feet across, its body a shimmering veil, the edges rippling like water disturbed by an unseen hand. Eyewitnesses describe it as hovering, then banking gracefully. No sound, no flap of wings, just an otherworldly grace against the fading sun. Reports flooded in just days ago, capturing hearts with its beauty and terror. Local drivers pulled over, phones trembling in their hands, but the creature slipped away into the dusk, leaving only awe and unanswered questions. What force carried it there? Lean in closer, as if you were one of them. Heart racing from the adrenaline. One driver recalls the chill that seeped into the car. The way the thing's form seemed to phase through low clouds, almost invisible until the light caught its membrane. Others swear it pulsed faintly, like a living heartbeat in the air, evoking tales of sky serpents from old folklore. Social media lit up with sketches and shaky videos, each one painting the same impossible silhouette. Yet no feathers fall, no exhaust trail lingers. You're left scanning the horizon, wondering if it watched you back. Now, feel the pull of deeper lore, as if ancient winds carry echoes of similar beasts. This isn't the first gliding phantom. Whispers from decades past speak of transparent flyers over rural skies, dismissed as owls or balloons. But this one defies them all with its scale and its silence. Experts murmur about bioluminescent anomalies or even interdimensional rifts. The air thick with speculation. You're poring over maps, tracing flight paths that hug forgotten ley lines, sensing how this sighting stitches into the larger tapestry of the unseen. Could it be nature's secret or something borrowed from the stars? Shift your gaze to the rational edge where doubt sharpens the blade. Imagine consulting astronomers under fluorescent lights, their charts showing nothing but migrating birds, warped by atmospheric haze. Optical illusions, they say, born from heat mirages on the highway, turning a common ray fish silhouette into a monster. No radar pings, no wildlife cams catch a trace. You're dissecting the videos frame by frame, spotting pixels that scream digital trickery. Yet the witnesses' voices linger, raw and unyielding, pulling you back into the mystery's heart. As the night deepens around you, the questions they coil like smoke. Why this highway? This moment when the veil feels thinnest? Does this cryptid hunt the thermals of human fear, or merely pass through our world like a dream? Online discussions swirl with theories of escaped experiments or portals cracking open. So how about this? Let's fire up the chat here. I want to know what you guys think. Is this a cryptid or an illusion? And as we warp this glimpse, remember that the glide, silent, vast, a reminder that the skies hold more than we know. All right, let's get into the chat here, see what you guys think. I'm also got to see a super chat coming in here, so let me address that as well. Do appreciate it. Let's see what we got here. From Jeff of the David Clan. Let's get this party started for $2. Thank you very much, Jeff. I do appreciate it. Very kind of you. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Very cool of you. Yeah, so let's see what you guys think. This is a new one for me. This was not on my radar until very recently. I was saving it for tonight. I wanted to address it for this purpose. It's very interesting. I still haven't seen any of the footage yet. Had a little trouble tracking that down. Wasn't sure what was authentic or not, to be honest. What was original footage or not, you know. With some of these things, it's easier to trace their origins than others. You know, if you recently saw my upload regarding the Fresno Nightcrawlers, the first footage of these cryptids appears way back in 2007. I mean, we can pinpoint when that one started. So with AI now, makes things a little more difficult. But it is interesting, nonetheless. I think there are a lot more strange cryptids out there than the ones we've grown used to. I was trying to get a list together, specifically of North American cryptids recently, and I got about 46 on it. And we even included some of these, tall tail creatures from like lumberjack legends, because at the end of the day, that's where Bigfoot comes from anyway. Excuse me, I got just one moment here. I got a bit of a frog in my throat. Thank you for your patience. Excuse me. Pardon me. So yeah, I do think there's more strange cryptids out there. I've always been very reticent to just dispel the atmospheric beast theory out of hand. I don't think it's that far-fetched. I think it would explain things like star jelly and the instances of those occurrences. And with that in mind, it would explain perhaps what occurs with these atmospheric beasts once they reach the end of their life cycle. Who knows if the residue found in star snot or star jelly, as it's referred to, has something to do with these I would almost venture to say like ethereal, like I imagine, and it's strange because we do have recent reports of jellyfish UFO, but that's kind of how I would venture to conceptualize an atmospheric beast, somewhere between a whale and a jellyfish, some kind of like weird Star Trek kind of thing, living in the upper atmosphere, lighter than air. I don't even know what kind of composition something like that would be made up of, or what food source, but I mean, who knows? Who knows how these things work? There are so many mysteries, and I don't often believe that official stories don't often include omission of the facts. Whoa, we got another super chat rolling in. I want to say thank you to my man Ginger Viking Jesus for a $20 super chat. That's very kind of you, man. Thank you very much. Ginger says, happy birthday, man. Belated birthday, man. You got a little wink, and I think it's a ramen cup. I don't know what that kind of cup is. Dig in the shorts. Keep them coming. I know you loathe space wizards. There's a similar creature known as a birth seen flying in the distance on Dantooine and Antbuck Sherdale. What is that? I don't even know what that word is, dude. What am I looking at? Is that a? I don't know if you're making a reference to antediluvian and buckcherry. I think that might be what that is. Oh wait, it's right over here. I can see it over there too. I'm looking in the wrong place. If you're playing a home game, have a sip of your libation. Ginger invoked both buckcherry and antediluvian. So on we go. Thank you very much, Ginger. That's very kind of you. And shout out, Ginger often sends me a lot of funny stuff. If I was 60 years old, I'd find it funny, but I know he thinks it's funny. But I just appreciate you reaching out, Ginger. I've come to become very familiar with Ginger Viking Jesus and his very, very senior citizen sense of humor. Very senior citizen sense of humor, Ginger. And I do appreciate his childlike wonder and love of Star Wars, even though I'm not into that. But the Transformers I can get behind. I do think the Transformers are pretty cool, and I know you got a thing for those too. So thanks for being a man, Ginger, the man, Ginger Viking Jesus, and for hanging out tonight. And again, thank you for the super chat. Ginger Viking Jesus. Everybody, round of applause for Ginger Viking Jesus. Wait a minute, I got some sound effects on here now, right? Oh, wait a minute, I haven't used any of these yet. Where are they hiding? You know what? I got to fiddle with them more. Wait, is that them there? Let's see. Oh my God, maybe. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see if this works. Let's try it. You want to try it? Let's try it. Where's it at? God, come on now. I know I saw it earlier. Now this is very unprofessional of me. I apologize. Here we go. Oh look. Yeah. Round of applause for Ginger Viking Jesus. There we go. Wow, look at that. Sound effects. All right, cool. Thank you again, Ginger Viking Jesus. So let me get to the chat here. What are you guys thinking about this one? Let me pull up the chat where I can actually see it. Jonathan, I think the jellyfish are some kind of drone. Just my thought. That's not too far-fetched there, Jonathan. It doesn't sound too crazy to me. I saw the most recent one regarding the jellyfish. It wasn't the first jellyfish footage I saw. The first one that I ever saw was that like released footage from the UAP hearings or something. The second one I saw was again from the Middle East, and it looked like military personnel. I'm not sure what country it was, and they were recording a jellyfish. And at first, it kind of looked a little bit like a flying humanoid, but as it came more into focus, it was clearly a jellyfish UFO. Silent, gliding, interesting. But when I think of that and the atmospheric beast, I don't imagine an atmospheric beast would be so. I want to say corporeal is not the word, but so solid. I do believe that it has substance, but I think it's probably very soft, squishy. Probably a certain level of opacity to it, where maybe it's got a little translucence going on. So I think that the jellyfish that we are seeing in these videos, and I agree with you, Jonathan, that they very well may be some type of drone. And now again, I think this raises a bigger question regarding drones in general and how long they may have been present in our skies. If we are talking about more advanced technology from a species that we don't have any contact with officially or understand, then maybe they've had drone tech here since, Mount Rainier and the first sightings of saucers. I'm not quite sure. There have been so many strange instances in the skies throughout human history, going all the way back to the alleged Tutuli papyrus and burning discs in the skies over ancient Egypt. So from that to the great airship flap of the 1880s, all these various anomalies that predate, human flight. And it raises a lot of questions, at least for me. And I think that's perhaps why I've always been inspired to pursue these answers in this regard. And I thank you for joining us on the journey. Let's see. Green Tea, 60 will come faster than you realize. That age thing will sneak up on you. Hey, Green Tea, you're preaching to the choir here. I mean, I feel like I was 25 10 minutes ago, and then I blinked and like 30 years went by. So it's very interesting how that works. And I've come to the realization that they say there's only two guarantees in life, and those are death and taxes. But I've also found not quite a guarantee, but almost an inevitable part of the equation is that if you live long enough, time will steal everything from you. Yeah. A little depressing thought, but it's the truth. So yeah. That's life, folks. Da-da-da-da-da-da. All right. All right. Without further ado, let's see. I wasted a lot of time already. We're 20 minutes in. I should already be on the second story. So let's do that. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's learn about some crazy shit. Okay. Where'd I leave this? All right. Topic number 2. Now, this one I'm a little bit on the fence about, but I'm going to give you the lowdown on it. I want to know what you guys think when we get to the end of this. And, give it skinny. I mean, some of you might have a little more info on this than me. Maybe you've seen something more recent I haven't had a chance to catch because I wasn't home all day. But, let's get into it. So cozy up, everybody. Cozy up. The weirdest man alive is talking. Okay. Professional weirdo, certified oddball. All right. Topic number 2, the Panama venom alien meteorite. Is this a cosmic seed or a symbiote swarm? Now I want you to picture it is a humid Panamanian backyard. There's thunder rumbling in the distance when shrieks of fire carve the night. A meteorite slamming into the earth. Smoking and strange, you approach, gloved hands trembling, only to watch it pulse and ooze. Black tendrils unfurling like a living nightmare from the cosmic. This viral phenomenon has unleashed a storm of speculation. An alien organism awakening or a hoax born of the digital age? Now let's unearth it step by cautious step. You're the homeowner now, flashlight beam cutting the steam. The rock surface cracked and warm under your touch. Hours later is in a locked safe. It shifts. Black, viscous slime seeps out, forming tentacle-like appendages that writhe and probe the air. Videos capture the horror. The thing expands, sticky and sentient, emitting a faint metallic tang that clings to your throat. Neighbors gather, whispers turn to shouts as the meteorite defies containment, its form echoing the symbiote from the tales of venom. The ground still vibrates faintly, as if the earth itself recoils. Feel the frenzy build, all right? Your phone is buzzing with shares as clips explode online. A man's TikTok series draws millions. Each update showing the creature growing, its pseudopods questing like roots in alien soil. Speculation erupts. Is this panspermia gone wrong? Extraterrestrial life hitching a ride from the void? You're strolling through comments. Hearts pounding as claims of bioluminescent glows and unnatural heat. The safe's glass fogs with each breath. The thing inside adapting, mirroring its captor's fear. Now you're in a lab coat under the lights as experts prod the sample with probes. Initial tests reveal anomalous isotopes, traces of elements not of this world, fueling cries of microbial invaders. Yet skeptics counter with chemical analyses showing synthetic polymers, perhaps a clever prop from a backyard artist. You're watching these tendrils retract under UV light, wondering if it's reaching or retreating. The air hums with debate, organic invader or elaborate fiction. The story swells beyond Panama, tendrils reaching forums where ufologists link to past falls like the 1970s Allende meteorite, whispers of extraterrestrial hints. You're tracing connections to symbiote myths and global lore, from Aztec serpents to modern science fiction. Videos multiply, some showing the thing walking on pseudopods, others debunking with CGI breakdowns. The phenomenon grips, a mirror to our dread of the invasive unknown, pulling you deeper into its web. Back in that backyard, a safe clicks open one last time. The slime inert but ominous. Why this rock? This transformation? Seeded by stars or spun from imagination? Does it hunger for our world or warn of it? As discussions rage about containment protocols, I wonder, is this alien life or a hoax? Let's see in the chat. See what you think. And with that, we'll slither onward. Echoes fading, but the chill remains. All right, let's get into this stuff. And I see somebody's already said it. I'm going to get to that comment in a minute because it's perfect. A perfect comment here. Ginger's going to be 43. Ginger, you're going to be 43 in 4 months. Well, that's a little bit ways away. Remind us when it gets closer. Let's see. I'm just checking. Mr. Mackey. Hey, Mr. Mackey, how you been? Jeff of the David Clan. Lovecraftian venom. Yes, this very much reminds me, Jeff of the David Clan, of something starkly Lovecraftian. And the comparisons to Marvel's Venom are definitely apt when one sees footage of this thing. Now, I'm not quite sure if we're dealing with an extraterrestrial visitor. I am very much of the presumption that this individual who has been interacting with this thing for the last couple weeks would definitely fall ill to some unknown pathogen from just the exposure to this thing. And I feel probably pretty rapidly, as the body would have no defense against anything strange coming off this thing. The fact that he's still alive is a testament to the fact that it's probably not what we think it is. Now, how is he doing it? I don't know. I'm no special effects expert. It could be a lot of practical effects. I did see the footage where the thing was released into the water, and I think there's definitely some altered footage there. I didn't break it down and try to bump up the color and bump down the dark and see where all the strings and wire work was. But I do think that it's definitely it's worth questioning. It's worth questioning whether or not this is somebody's creation. I mean, are we basically looking at an art project here, where somebody is really trying to capitalize on what's going on with this kind of niche subject matter lately? And I'll tell you what, everybody's doing this stuff these days, man. Everybody's talking about this stuff these days. I mean, because really, why the hell not? It's about damn time. Got to get all caught up on this nonsense. We need to be aware what's happening out there. You want to be caught with 1 foot off the boat when the Bigfoot uprising occurs? I don't want to be that guy. Remember the toilet paper back a couple years ago? What are we going to do when the toilet paper supply is disrupted by Sasquatch? Just saying. Ginger says he's getting shorter. That's crazy. John Aside thinks it's a hoax. Oh, it's Guru Augie. Thank you, Guru Augie. I see that there. I want to believe it, but the thing that gets me is if it was real, the men in black would have taken the venom alien away already, never to be heard of again. And that is a fantastic point there, Guru Augie. And I hadn't even considered that angle. But I think that you are definitely onto something with that aspect of your speculation. I really believe you are correct in that had this been an actual authentic occurrence, he would have probably gotten a visit. If not from, some kind of American intelligence agency, either on or off the books, definitely from somebody in Panama who was related to this kind of thing too. So a lot of stuff going on here that raises questions, and hopefully we get some more answers. I have a feeling, though, this kind of thing might just fade into our memory hole after a couple more days to weeks. I don't know if it's got legs like that. So we'll see. Unbelievers podcast. How you doing, Unbelievers? What's going on? Thank you for tuning on in. Everybody, the Unbelievers podcast, where I frequently am welcome as a guest, and I always enjoy my time with Russ. So definitely give the old show a tune in. You guys are behind us on some episodes. Well, I was in a new episode in a while. Okay. Well, maybe we can address that situation too. What's up? When's an episode coming out? What's up? I'm gonna start spamming your DMs. We're asking you every day where the episode is. No, I'm not. I'm not that kind of jerk. I honestly, I am, but I like you, so I won't do it to you. I save that for Gillette, Coca-Cola. I was harassing for a long time. I had it in for this morning news team in Philadelphia, and anything they did that was slightly off the mark, I'd be right on Twitter calling them out on it, making a big deal out of nothing, making fun of their suits. Got a real kick out of it. Reminded me back when I was in high school, we used to crank call this talk radio show. We go over to my buddy's house, suck down some suds, and then call up this late night talk radio show. These guys would talk politics in the middle of the night on a Friday. We call them up, say crazy stuff. Really, stuff that didn't even make sense. stuff about like belt fighting and throwing wicker at each other, like stuff like that. And yeah, it got pretty awesome. I miss being able to crank call and ruin people's days. Those two dudes made a whole career out of that. Those two guys with the records, the Jerky Boys. Oh, you know what? Yeah. If you've never heard of them, go check out the Jerky Boys. Blast from the past. They had their own movie too. God, what a crazy world. Whew. All right, I'm getting off track right here. Totally off track. I see the unbelievers. Hey, there we go. Let me see. Unbelievers wants to know if he's been throwing up and feeling his pants. I think he probably was throwing up and feeling my pants. Yeah. That was Jonathan Reed after the alien had killed his dog. He struck the alien with a branch and then became immediately ill and then started throwing up and filling his pants uncontrollably, lost all control of his bodily functions, laid there in the woods, and just soiled himself for 2 hours. Soiled himself, yeah. Throwing up and filling his pants. Makes it sound like they were ballooned out, like a Macy's Day, Thanksgiving Day parade balloon. But I don't think that was the case. It's a great bit of exaggeration from Jonathan Reed there. And what was the name of his alien? Freddy. The name of his alien was Freddy. He kept him in a freezer. But the Men in Black came and got him. Back to your point earlier there, Guru Augie. All right. Oh, John side. Oh, the guy who found the meteor is in the hospital? That's strange. Well, maybe. Uh-oh. Well, we'll see what happens. Ginger needs a symbiote. Now, what are you going to do with a symbiote? You're not going to be fighting crime, are you? You're going to become the lethal protector? I don't know, Ginger. I don't know if we need you out there bouncing around on the buildings. I think people will know it's you right away because you'll have that big red beard, and Venom doesn't have a beard. So, and when you're not ever in the same place as Venom, I don't think it's going to work as well as that Superman thing. Oh, my goodness. Bruce Lombardo of Dick's Division. First of all, Bruce, holy shit. How you been? Been a long time. Thank you for tuning back in after all this time. I do appreciate you being here. And I want to say thank you for gifting 5 Dark Sayings memberships to the chat. It's very kind of you. I appreciate it. I'm sure the members who've received it do as well. That's really awesome. Very, very kind, Bruce. And I think I got to say, it's very nice to see so many familiar faces from the years that I've been doing this still come around and still support this effort. So I do appreciate you guys. It makes my day. But, the more these old names pop in there, just, my heart grew 3 sizes that day. And that's because I've got very high cholesterol. And I've discontinued my medication years ago. So we're just rolling the dice fast and loose. Till we're full of stints. Till we're broke from medical bills. Party on, Wayne. Bruce Dickens says, I love seeing Pete on. Thank you, Bruce. I appreciate that. Wake of the Wheels is Jerky Boys. Yeah, the Jerky Boys, man. Good stuff. And Bruce continues, good to see you all well rested. All well, especially Pete being so well rested and streaming. Thank you, Bruce. Yeah, actually, I worked today. I just got home around 11. Well, maybe 20 of 11. I stopped on the way and treated myself to a little Taco Bell. I got some iced tea over here. And I already had the stream set up. So I've been making a point to get them ready earlier in the day. There's no way I can run home and get these ready to go in an hour and a half. I need a little more time than that. So yeah, it's good. It's good to be back. I really do appreciate people just paying attention. Holy smokes. What in the world is happening here? Maurice, what are you doing? Maurice, Span, Gaming, dude. Did you mean to do that? You got to be kidding me, dude. Maurice, I am touched. Maurice, you don't even know. Like, you don't even know, dude. I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you, man. Like, it's such an enormous help. I really appreciate you, man. I really do. I know we're all going through it these days, and I'm touched by your generosity, man. Thank you so much, Maurice. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Just because you're salt of the earth, man. Salt of the earth, Maurice. You've been supporting me for a very long time, and I thank you so much. And that is so generous of you. And you humble me. You humbled me with your generosity, man. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate every one of you. The fact that anybody listens to anything I got to say is it's awesome. I'm very thankful for you guys. I started this 11 years ago. I really only knew, about, two things in this whole damn world, comic books and weirdo shit. And there were a lot of comic book channels at the time. And, I figured maybe I'd, carve a new path. And, here we are a decade later. And I'm just touched. I'm very humbled, and I'm very touched. I thank you so much, Maurice. Guru Augie, forever. Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you. Mr. Mackey, 29. The love never went away, Pete. The love never went away, buddy. You mean a lot to me. Thank you, Mr. Mackey. There have been some times I've really, I've been, look, this last 5 years ain't been great. There've been ups and downs, and I've been inconsistent, probably due to a lot of different reasons. But I'm committed to come back to do this right. I love this kind of thing, and I was very passionate about it for a very long time. And I let circumstances around my schedule and my life and my responsibilities dictate what I was doing and use them as an excuse not to get motivated. And I'm not that kind of person. I am the kind of person who likes to see an idea become a reality. And I feel it is a waste to put as much time into this as I have to just let it flounder away, unceremoniously. So thank you, everybody, for being here now that I'm back. Thank you. All right. Now, oh, man, there's my super chat from Jeff of the David Clan. Thank you, Jeff of the David Clan. We're here because we care and want to learn. Thank you, Jeff, for the $5. It's very kind of you as well. Thank you for being so supportive. Thank you all. All right, let's rock. Let's rock. I'm being a big mush over here. Big mush. Big mush. Would you touch me? You touch the cockles of my heart. So, again, thanks. Let's get into it. Let's get back into it. All right, I'm gonna get distracted here. You're gonna have me here all night. And I gotta be up early tomorrow. I got work all day. I gotta be in early too. So, okay. We're on topic number 3, right? I believe. Yeah, I think so. All right, yeah, let's rock this. Topic number 3 today is the Buga sphere. Is this a metallic oracle or a fallen probe? So I want you to envision it's a balmy March afternoon in Buga, Colombia. The sky is a flawless blue when a metallic orb hums into view. It's smooth and seamless. It's defying the wind. It descends, silent as judgment, embedded in the soft earth. And now, months later, it pulses with secrets. The sphere has ignited UFO fervor, an alien artifact responding to chants or a terrestrial curiosity. Let's circle it around, drawn by its unblinking gaze. So you're a local, mid-stride on a dusty road when the orb appears, 2 feet across, burnished silver, gliding with impossible precision. It hovers, then touches down, scorching the grass in a perfect circle, the air crackling with static. Witnesses freeze, phones raised as it settles, inert, yet alive with faint vibrations. Months on, it's underguard, its surface etched with symbols that shift like living ink. You trace a finger near it, feeling the hum resonate in your bones. Now I want you to step into an examination room. Incense curling as researchers intone ancient Sanskrit. And the sphere reacts, emitting low pulses that sync with the rhythm. Videos show it levitating slightly, colors rippling across its hull, as if awakening to the words. Online, the footage spreads like wildfire. Theorists claiming it's a probe from lost stars, tuned to humanity's oldest tongues. You're chanting along the room, murmuring, wondering if it hears the call of civilizations long lost. Deeper now, you're cross-referencing files. The sphere's design mirroring Bob Lazar's 1989 descriptions of an Area 51 craft. Seamless alloy, anti-gravity hum, recent pulses, a second one just a week ago, spike readings on spectrometers, hinting at exotic material beyond the earthly forge. Skeptics probe for welds or drones, but scans reveal no seams, no circuits. You're holding the device, its warmth seeping through your glove, a bridge to forbidden tech. Now feel the land's pulse as Buga Hills echo with indigenous tales of sky visitors. The sphere weaving into petroglyphs of orbs and gods. Global eyes turn, scientists queuing for samples, while locals guard it like a relic. Forums buzz with Sanskrit decodings, suggesting coordinates to hidden sites. You're amid the crowd. The orbs glow, casting long shadows, a nexus of old and new wonders. The sphere quiets, but its questions orbit eternal. Why Sanskrit? Why now? Key to ancient gates or clever mimicry. Does it wait for the right voice or warn of the wrong one? So what do you guys think? Alien probe, human art, as the hum fades. We turn. The abyss calling next. All right, so what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Where we at? Oh, yeah. Whoa, this is great. Hold on a second, folks. Whoa, here. Ginger Viking Jesus for $2. Thank you, Ginger Viking Jesus. F&A. What's that? Pointing, drink and me. Yes, thank you very much, Ginger Viking Jesus. I do appreciate that. Yeah. So I want to just say as a quick aside, this entire report of the sphere in, oh my God, where were we? Colombia. This reminds me of the Betts spheres. The Betts family who discovered a similar object, and I believe that was in Florida, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but I mean, interesting stuff. I wonder how related they might be. I'd like to see some more, maybe an update on that old story, see if there's any, correlation or confirmation. You know what I mean? Interesting stuff. All right, riding right along. Let's see. You got any comments I need to address here? Let me just take a quick look. Green Tea, what an awesome audience here. Thank you so much, Green Tea. We do try to cultivate an atmosphere of positive-minded and very open to considering possibility type community here. I don't really get into the business of telling people what to think. I don't really care at the end of the day. And I don't assume anybody cares what I have to think about anything important. I'm more than happy to share my opinions on anything if you ask. But I mean, at the same time, I probably know a lot more about Bigfoot than most other normal people should. I'm no Bigfoot expert. I just take it for granted. Anyway. All right. Let me see. Here's a good comment here from Guru Augie. Guru Augie says, "This is my first community that welcomed me into the fold with like-minded people. I always appreciate that." Thank you, Guru Augie. You know what? This is what I like about a lot of the folks come around here too. We're not dealing with like a lot of true believers, the kind of like pick a team and they're going to argue back and forth when everybody's doing the same crooked business. So I mean, I don't know. There's I guess there's better ways to do anything. Anywho, where are we at with time? I got 15 minutes left. I think I still got 2 more topics. So let's keep it going. I've been a little chatty today. I apologize. What's Guru say here? Part of me thinks it's man-made, says Guru Augie. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we do some kind of stress test, see what we can figure out. Wait a minute. What do I got open here? I got everything, all the wrong things open. That's not what I need. Let's close that. Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got 2 more topics left. Now again, we just mentioned bet spheres and objects. Now, I don't pretend to know what that was, but the next topic is definitively about UAPs or UFOs, as I will continue to call them. But do they have connections to ancient civilizations? Are these sky gods or star visitors? So you're standing atop a ziggurat under the vast Mesopotamian sky, clay tablet in hand, as luminous craft etch the heavens, chariots of the gods, or harbingers from afar. Modern UAP reports thread back to these etchings, suggesting a continuum of contact. Are these lights echoes of ancient visitations or humanity's timeless gaze upward? let's trace the luminous line. So you're a Sumerian scribe, stylus in hand, flying as Anunnaki's vessels descend, their glow bathing the Euphrates in eternal fire. Fast forward to today, and the whistleblower echoes those tales, describing craft with impossible maneuvers over modern deserts. Indigenous lore worldwide speaks of star people guiding tribes, their symbol matching UAP trajectories. You're on Rolling Scrolls. The patterns align like the constellations reborn. Dive into the shadowed halls, where papers posit crypto-terrestrials, advanced beings woven into Earth's fabric since antiquity. They're UAPs mistaken for divine wealth. You're reading declassified briefs, linking cave art's disc shapes to recent Navy footage. Ancient texts from Egypt to Peru describe fiery wheels, now reframed as non-human tech. The air thickens with implications where pyramid power plants, or for the visitors, or beacons. So feel the weight of reversed myths, where gods become pilots, their miracles, propulsion signatures. Recent hearings reveal retrieval programs echoing biblical arcs, vessels of otherworldly craft. You're in a circle of elders. Their stories of sky ancestors syncing with radar anomalies. Skeptics counter with cultural projections, yet the alignment persists, a cosmic script half read. Journey to sacred sites, where Hopi petroglyphs depict saucers amid kachina dances, mirroring today's orbs over reservations. Global patterns emerge. Mayan stelae with helmeted figures akin to pilot sketches from UAP encounters. You're tracing ley lines, feeling the earth hum with forgotten alliances. The connections whisper of ongoing dialogue, hidden in plain sight. Pardon me. Oh my goodness. Little thing there. Okay. Where do I leave? Where do I leave off? I see, Tina. I see. I'm here. All right. Journey to sacred sites, where Hopi petroglyphs depict saucers amid kachina dances, mirroring today's orbs over reservations. Global patterns emerge. Oh wait, I did that one, didn't I? Yeah, tracing ley lines, feeling the earth unforgotten alliances, connections with blah 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 blah. All right, botch that one. That's one's botch. We botched it. We botched it, everybody. All right. No, I didn't just have a stroke. I think here's the thing. I'll be honest. I think I just totally nodded off for a second, and then I choked on my own spit. Yeah, so that's exactly what just occurred there. Yeah. So I apologize for that. Yeah, very unprofessional of me. But I got to be honest, I don't sleep very much, and it is late as hell. And I've been at work all day, so forgive me my brief lapse in consciousness. Real good stuff. Yeah, good stuff. Maybe go to bed. Yeah, Mr. Mack, I'm gonna go to bed. We're gonna wrap this up. I got the last story we're gonna hit here. I think I can stay away through this. I apologize. I don't know how I zoned out that bad. Normally I catch myself when I start getting a little loopy and having trouble concentrating, but yeah, I dipped out there. So yeah. Hey. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up. This is the last story we're getting into. This is the Comet 3I Atlas, a interstellar harbinger, or is it a camouflage craft? So I want you to gaze into the velvet void, a streak igniting the September sky. Comet 3I Atlas, intruder from beyond, swelling with secrets as it hurtles inward. Spotted in July, it's grown enigmatic features, now braced for a solar storm's kiss. Is this frozen wanderer a mere cosmic snowball, or a vessel veiled in ice? Let's track its fiery path. You're at the telescope, breathing, fogging the lens, as 3i Atlas blazes into view, brighter than expected. Its nucleus, a brooding heart, twice the forecast size. From Chile's surveys to ESA probes, it's trailed across hemispheres, tail fanning like a spectral banner. Ground scopes catch its glow until now, the sun's glare swallowing it whole. You're charting its hyperbolic arc, alien to our system's pull. Tensions build as forecasts warn of collision, a coronal mass ejection slamming September 25th, particles lashing its comma like a cosmic rain. Models predict flares or fragmentation, yet whispers online speculate awakening, a craft shedding camouflage under the barrage. Your monitoring feeds the comet's path veering oddly, as if evading or embracing the blast. The night sky tenses, awaiting the spark. Recent images reveal new tails and jets, structures defying cometary norms, perhaps outcasting or deliberate signals. 20 astronomers now float the spacecraft theory, its trajectory too precise for chance. You're zooming on Hubble's shots, spotting irregularities that echo engineered hulls. Reappearance looms in December, promising revelations from the sun's far side. Forums ignite with ties to interstellar probes, like Oumuamua's kin, but bolder, its speed hinting at propulsion. Indigenous sky watchers liken it to prophecy comets, harbingers of change. You're debating in hushed tones, frozen relic or scout from the void. The comet silence taunts, a riddle wrapped in frost. As 3i Atlas vanishes behind the sun, its questions streak eternal. Will the coronal mass ejection shatter it or ignite its true form? Harbinger of worlds or watcher of ours? With that celestial fire, we close our session. Echoes resounding. Jonathan points out I need to get assessed for sleep apnea. Jason, I'm sorry. I'm reading too many names here. Jason, I do have sleep apnea. I got a sleep study done back in January, and I currently use a CPAP machine to sleep. But I also have insomnia, so I never sleep for more than an hour and a half at a clip. So I generally sleep in little bursts of about 90 minutes, like 4 times a day. You know, it's pretty inconvenient, and it makes me insane. Absolutely insane. Oh, goodness gracious. Go to bed, Pete. Yeah, I'm done. Listen, everybody. I want to thank you for being here. I do appreciate you tuning in. I want to say thank you to all our super chatters tonight. Let me pull that up real quick so I can. No, my thing crashed. Let me pull that back up. What's happening here? Okay. All right, cool. We're back. All right. So I want to say thank you to Jeff of the David Clan. Big thank you to Ginger Viking Jesus. Big thank you to Bruce. Big thank you to Jeff as well. Big thank you to Bruce Lombardo of Dick's Division for gifting our memberships to 5 of the community members here. Thank you to Maurice Span Gaming. Your generosity humbles me, Maurice. I very much appreciate you. Thank you. You've really helped me out in a big way. Thank you. Again, thank you all. I appreciate you being here and checking me out and supporting what I do. Sorry for dozing off a second there. Hey, I'm only human. And I'm kind of a jerk, so I bored myself to sleep. That's to tell you. Anyway, I gotta hit the hay. I gotta be in at noon tomorrow, so that was the breaks. Anyway, I want you to all have a great night. Wait, you know what? Let's wrap it up right. I'm not just gonna jibber jabber and say a bunch of dumb stuff. All right. The fact of the matter is, we have traversed abysmal depths tonight, from gliding cryptids to stellar intruders. Now, your voices rise. We weave through these stories every Saturday night. We've pondered the Buga sphere's chants, speculated on 3i Atlas's fate. So we got to keep these ideas alive. We got to float our questions, our speculation, and our ideas. I want to thank you for braving the echoes with dark sayings live. And until next time, see you in the shadows.